Hi, and welcome back to the Secret of the Game course. I know a lot of you are tuning in to really learn about pickup and how to be able to get to a same night lay or a day two sex with a girl. So this is the portion of the course that's actually going to get into that. We spent a lot of time in the background, and it's super important, obviously, because think about it this way: if you're going into, imagine you are trying to pick up women in the West with an Eastern dating model like most guys do. Most guys don't get it. So we need to spend the time in the theory to understand the difference between Eastern and Western dating and the different paradigm, and understand, how she thinks, what her ego is. She's looking for status intelligent men. So imagine going into that, blind, without the knowledge of love dynamics and love life architecture. You'd be pretty much fucked, where most guys are. So that's why we've taken this long to get into the actual pickup phase, which is pre-sex game. And now we can actually talk about physically picking up women in that process. So pre-sex game is the initial phase of the interaction. Basically, we're going to do free association social and free association flirting in order to connect with a girl. And then it's going to be volume based, especially in the West. So, if we're talking, we need to be talking to, numerous women in social settings, employing playful and sarcastic humor, push-pull dynamic, and inviting them into our social circle, going out with them and building that and nurturing that into, a same night layer pulling. Really what we're going for is for polarity. So you're using attraction and tension, teasing and flirtatious interactions, and then we're trying to flip on her mate selection meter, or mate selection mechanism, I should say, which is, going to allow us to go home with her. So in terms of pre-rotation game, basically we're trying to get to the same night lay or day two sex with a girl as soon as possible in the interaction, so that we can, create that polarity dynamic and have her in our pipeline, have her in our rotation. And that's what we're ultimately trying to do. So anyways, we're going to need to be building our wing group, as we talked about here. And then we're going to be going out and winging, gaming with them, opening girls, trying to create that spark of attraction through free association flirtation, using the best possible flirt, trying to basically, get her number and hopefully pull from there. And that's what we're ultimately trying to do in terms of building that initial interaction. We can leverage insta dates if we're off on our own, like we are, for example, day game, spontaneous outings and just inviting our girl along for it. Or if we're going from a number to day two, let's say we've gotten a number, let's say we've been flirtatious with a girl and we need to get her number, extract, and then set up a day two with her to be able to facilitate sex. We're going to say something like this. So like, hey, I really enjoyed chatting with you. We should do this again sometime. And she says, yeah, I totally agree. And you say, so how are we going to do that? And, it's like, okay, yeah, I can give you my number type thing. So that's how you do it in terms of getting a number. It's really simple. Or we should stay in touch is really the key, what you want to say. So, I had really fun chatting. We should definitely stay in touch. Yeah, I agree. So how are we going to do that? Oh, I can give you my number. That's just how that kind of natural flow works. So from the number, you basically riff on your inside jokes, the best possible flirt that you've done, any possible humor there, and just get back into that. And then you can set up the day two and be able to ideally have positive logistics or good logistics that you engineer, so that you can naturally flow through the attraction and seduction personas, pull her and have sex. And then she's in your rotation. So then from there, it's text game, it's phone game. It's going to be playful interactions and teasing, flirtatiousness over text, and handling logistics and room. So room is really key. A lot of guys forget. They end up chasing and texting too much. You need to give her room to experience missing you, and also move about your daily life. And you're busy as well. You've created an attractive lifestyle where you're busy, and those are important things. So ultimately, you're unattached to the outcome and just having fun in the process, and that is the ultimate process of the pickup phase.